Welcome to Love Stoic, where men master attraction, discipline, and high-value living. Today, we're breaking down 6 powerful boundaries that high-value men set, and why women instantly notice, respect, and crave men who live by them. Most men live in fear of disappointing women. They worry that saying no will make them seem uncaring, selfish, or even unlovable. This fear is so common that many men end up sacrificing their own needs, time, and happiness just to avoid conflict or disapproval. But what they don't realize is that this constant need to please actually chips away at their self-respect and, ironically, at the respect others have for them. They say yes to everything, hoping it will make her happy, but in reality it makes her lose respect. When you always agree, you send the message that your own priorities don't matter and that you're willing to bend over backwards just to avoid rocking the boat. Over time, this can lead to resentment, frustration, and a sense of being lost in your own life. A man without boundaries is like a house without walls. Anyone can walk in, rearrange the furniture, and leave without consequence. Without clear boundaries, you become vulnerable to being taken advantage of, and you lose your sense of self. People may not even realize they're crossing your lines because you never made them visible in the first place. When you learn to say no without guilt, you communicate self-respect. You show that you value your own time, energy, and well-being. Saying no doesn't mean you're rude or uncaring. It means you have standards, and you're willing to honor them. This is a powerful message, not just to women, but to everyone around you. You show her that you're not here to please, you're here to live by your values. You're not afraid to stand up for what matters to you, even if it means risking disapproval. This kind of integrity is rare and it's magnetic. People are drawn to those who know who they are and aren't afraid to show it. And here's the psychology. Women subconsciously test men. It's not about being manipulative, it's about seeking reassurance that the man they're with is strong, grounded, and capable of leading himself. These tests can be subtle, like asking for favors or pushing boundaries, but they're always about one thing, finding out if you'll stand firm. They want to know, can he stand his ground, or will he crumble under pressure? Will he abandon his own needs just to keep the peace, or will he calmly assert himself, even when it's uncomfortable? The answer to these questions shapes how she sees you and how she feels about you. The man who calmly refuses earns her attraction because strength is more desirable than compliance. When you say no with confidence and kindness, you show that you're a man who can be trusted to lead, protect, and provide, not just for others, but for yourself. That's the true power of saying no without guilt. A high-value man does not allow emotions to control him, he controls them. Emotional control is the foundation of true masculinity. It's not about suppressing your feelings or pretending you don't care. Instead, it's about understanding your emotions, accepting them, and choosing how to act regardless of what you feel inside. This is what separates men who are respected from those who are easily manipulated by their own impulses. In dating, women will test your patience, trigger your pride, and sometimes push your buttons just to see how you'll react. These tests aren't always obvious, but they're real. She might tease you, challenge your opinions, or even flirt with your boundaries. She may challenge your masculinity, question your confidence, or confront you in ways that feel uncomfortable. These moments are not meant to break you down, not because they want to destroy you, but because they want to see if you can handle pressure, if you can stay grounded when things get tough. They want to feel your strength, to know that you are a man who can weather any emotional storm. When you remain unshaken, you show her that you are reliable and trustworthy. Stoicism teaches us it's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters. Life will throw challenges your way, and people will test your limits. Your response is what defines you. When others lose their cool, your calmness stands out. It's a mark of maturity and self-mastery. A man who explodes in anger, lashes out, or loses control in the heat of the moment only reveals his weakness. Likewise, a man who begs in desperation or acts needy signals insecurity and a lack of self-respect. But the man who remains calm, who keeps his composure even when provoked, commands respect from everyone around him. Even under fire, he radiates dominance and quiet authority. People naturally look to him for guidance and reassurance. Emotional control is not coldness, it's strength. It's the ability to feel deeply but act wisely. It's the ability to remain composed in chaos, to be the calm in the storm when everyone else is losing their heads. And to a woman, that composure is irresistible. It's a sign of true masculine energy, and it draws her in on a deep, instinctual level. Because when you are calm and in control, you make her feel safe, protected, and cherished. That is the power of emotional control. Time is a man's most valuable asset, yet most men waste it chasing validation, endless texting, or entertaining women who drain them. A high-value man guards his time like a king guards his throne. When you stop being available 24/7, when you stop rearranging your life for her schedule, you send a silent but powerful message. My mission matters. My time is valuable. And here's the truth. Women don't respect men who are always available. They respect men who are selective. When she has to earn your time, she values it. And when she values it, she values you. One of the most attractive boundaries you can set is refusing to tolerate disrespect, both physical and emotional. If a woman insults you, mocks you, or tests you with blatant disrespect and you just accept it, she will never see you as high value. But the moment you calmly step back and say, I don't allow people to treat me that way, everything changes. This doesn't mean being aggressive or cruel. It means holding your ground with quiet strength. Women admire men who won't compromise their dignity for approval. And the paradox is this: the more respect you demand from others, the more attraction you inspire. There's a boundary that quietly shapes the lives of most men, yet so many stumble at this line. They choose fleeting pleasure over lasting purpose. It's a subtle decision made in small moments. The temptation to scroll endlessly, to chase after instant gratification, to seek validation from others instead of building something meaningful. Too often, men abandon their mission to pursue distractions, chasing women, chasing temporary highs, chasing approval from people who may not even matter in the long run. These choices feel good in the moment, but they come at a cost. When you trade your purpose for pleasure, you lose more than just time. You lose your sense of direction, your self-respect, and the respect of others. The emptiness that follows is a quiet reminder that you've strayed from your path. But a man who puts his mission first, who wakes up every day with a clear sense of what he's building, radiates a different energy. He stands out, not because he's chasing, but because he's creating, leading, and growing. He doesn't orbit around her or anyone else. He becomes the center of his own world. And in doing so, he naturally draws others in. She notices his focus, his drive, and his independence. This is the essence of true attraction. She doesn't want to be your entire world. She wants to witness your journey, to see you striving for something greater, and to be inspired by your commitment. She wants to join your world, to be a part of the adventure you're already living. When you invite her into a life that's already rich with meaning, you offer something far more valuable than attention. You offer purpose. Stoicism teaches us that discipline is the foundation of freedom. When you master your impulses and choose your mission over momentary pleasure, you gain control over your life. Pleasure is fleeting. It fades as quickly as it arrives, but purpose is something you build day by day through discipline, effort, and vision. It's the legacy you leave behind. The man who dedicates himself to building, to growing, to leading will always attract others, not because of what he can give them in the moment, but because of the man he is becoming and the world he is creating. The weakest boundary a man can cross is begging for love, begging for attention, begging for validation, because the moment you beg, you communicate, I am beneath you. But high-value men know this truth. Love given freely is real. Love begged for is fake. You do not need to convince anyone to see your value. You live with standards, and those who cannot rise to them simply fall away. And here's the twist. The less you chase, the more she desires. The less you beg, the more she respects. Because nothing turns a woman on faster than a man who can walk away. Attraction isn't about tricks, looks, or gifts. It's about boundaries. When you master these 6, saying no, emotional control, protecting your time, rejecting disrespect, choosing purpose, and never begging, you become more than attractive. You become unforgettable. Now the question is, which of these boundaries do you need to strengthen most? Drop your answer in the comments and let's talk about it. And remember, women don't crave men who give them everything. Women crave men who know their value, live with discipline, and lead with purpose. Subscribe to Love Stoic for more psychology-driven wisdom on attraction, masculinity, and the Stoic path to self-mastery.